Welcome back to School Monarchs. It's going to be another fantastic week. Here are your announcements for the week. This week will be back to school night. This event is for parents only. It'll be a great chance for your parents to meet your teacher and visit your classroom. Because of back to school night, we will have a minimum day this Wednesday. School will end at 1:15 this week only. Next Wednesday will be a dine out at the Pizza Press and Bread. Make sure your parents know to support our school on the delicious evening.
Monarch, you did a great job last week arriving on time and putting your things by your class and going to the playground. Be sure to freeze at the bell and walk to class at the whistle. Grades 5 and 6 do not need to freeze at recess and lunch only.
This month's John Wooden character trait is enthusiasm. This means doing everything, even stuff you may not like to do, with a great attitude. Being positive can make even difficult things a much better experience. It will help you reach your personal best.
The Mariposa Game of the Week is Foursquare.
Play begins when the server drops the ball once into her/his square, then hits it into a different square. The server must keep both feet in the service box until the serve is completed. The ball can only bounce once in any square. Each player needs to hit the ball with any part of his/her hand into another player's square after it has bounced only once into their square. If the ball lands on a line or goes out of bounds before it bounces, the player who hit the ball needs to return to the waiting/tearing line for another try. If a player hits the ball and it bounces again in their square, they also need to return to the waiting line.
If a player catches or holds the ball, that player needs to return to the waiting line. If the ball bounces more than one time before it hits into another square, the player who let the ball bounce needs to return into the waiting line for another try. If the ball is returned before it is allowed to bounce, the player who returned the ball early needs to return to the waiting line.
Have a great week, Monarchs!